Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Everyone Wants 100%, where we go beyond the chair and give you the real in the salon industry. I'm Shawanda.
And I'm Jaleesa.
So how are you guys?
Hi, everyone. Did you miss me? Wait, where's that from?
Okay, we starting off already.
Wait,
we starting there
but that
already.
was old. It was old school because I really don't know if it's Martin or if it's Jamie Foxx.
It definitely is Martin, and she got it right because she's a movie buff. She's clearly a TikTok buff, a movie buff.
If it's funny, I'm watching it 11 times.
So yeah, sometimes she throws me for a loop, and I'll be like, "Girl, I don't know.
But do you guys know?
Yes, they know. It's Martin. Martin's like...
I'm talking about the people.
Oh.
Did y'all know what I'm talking about? Y'all should let me know if you know what I'm going through, what I'm talking about. And speaking of the tickety talk, sorry.
I told y'all stop calling it that.
All right, we going to listen because that's the Mike B is going to be the voice in your head that gets you together. The TikTok is about to be banned. Can we cue the bars? Headed up taboo mode.
I think that anytime I get onto something, they shut it down.
You said that.
I feel like this is the second time this has happened. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do my due diligence as a co-host to my host friend and know what she's talking about when we're in these sessions.
Right.
So I said, let me get on TikTok, and then next thing you know,
banned. Allegedly, we have 6 months left.
Well, they didn't finish the vote
allegedly
yet, but
wait, what's the tea? See, y'all, Mike BB on her Zoom. Go ahead. What they doing?
So it still has to go to the Senate. They haven't decided if they're even going to vote on it. But if they do and they pass it, the president already said that he will ban it. But yeah, I don't know. So, but if it does get banned, then yes, they have 5 to 6 months, I believe, to sell.
And we all know they're not selling.
Company, which they're
why
not
wouldn't
going
they
to
sell?
We only make up 10% of their total base.
10%?
They could eat that and be fine.
So what's going on in the other 90? I'm curious.
Throughout the rest of the world.
So many different
I
sides
know.
of TikTok. Like, when I talk to Mike B, I always tell her, she's watching so this morning, my kids
I'm
wanted...
on my Nara Smith.
Right.
Love her. Love her. I'm trying to learn how to make stuff from peanut butter jelly from scratch. Yep.
Right.
She want to be baking early in the morning, making peanut butter and jelly from scratch.
Yes, and I'm on the clean talks.
Right.
House
And
never been cleaner.
Right.
It's also, have you ever seen the Asian people who are like, my boyfriend just left me at home? No, it's a real thing. It's primarily just them. My boyfriend just left me at home and I have all these boxes hidden. What am I to do? And she starts opening the boxes and she got a mini washing machine in her kitchen and then she got the fruit sitting in this dissolver and then the stuff start fizzing.
I'm not on that side.
So these are things that she's purchased?
Yes, and allegedly she or whoever, they're trying to create a storyline, but it's really just them showing all the cool gadgets that they have, and I can't get. I want a little washing machine I can put on my wall in the bathroom.
Yeah, no, they have all the cool things, but I want to know, how much things have you learned since TikTok has been, what does it bring to you?
I have learned that the top of the pot, that those little holders, you could wedge it in there. You don't have to find somewhere the water's dripping from the condensation.
Yes, I saw that.
Mind blown.
So, Mike V, have you learned anything?
I told y'all I'm making peanut butter jelly from scratch.
You ain't start that
right.
yet.
Listen, I just got
I
told you my house has never been cleaner. I learned all the cleaning tricks.
Oh,
it's
never been cleaner.
No, ma'am. I learned all the cleaning.
All the things. So you got that little vacuum that they be vacuuming
I got all the
out
things. The little vacuum. The garbage can is smelling minty fresh.
Well,
you use a lemon?
Yes, you use detergent drops, pods to clean your stuff.
So
Scrub daddy.
So I do believe that is the reason why they want to ban it. I think that the information...
they got some
it's
reasons.
information. And, for us as a culture and a people, I think that us knowing things is helping us along the way. And, we're not supposed to get too far, too ahead of somebody.
No, I don't disagree. That's also the penny pinchers like myself. The ones who see something on Amazon and be like, nah, let me swipe on over to to TikTok shop, and it's actually cheaper.
See,
so
I
guess
didn't
what
even
I'm
know
going to
that.
do? I'm going to go ahead and buy it on TikTok shop. I'm
Right.
not going to go to Amazon. And we all know Jeff Bezos. He need his coin.
He need his coin.
He need his coin,
But there's
honey.
enough money in the world for everyone.
Not apparently not.
He want all
TikTok
of it.
said, trying to say, let's compete. Put your dukes up.
And who won it?
They are.
Right, they're winning.
But I would
They
rather
gonna
have.
continue
I would
winning.
rather them have my address and like my privacy information than anybody.
I don't know, girl. This gonna get a lot of comments.
Well,
a lot happening here.
Well, when I go on TikTok, what I've learned so far is that I'm always laughing. I was like, oh,
Right.
I'm waking up, I'm laughing, I scroll on and I'm laughing, I'm happy, I'm smiling, I'm seeing everybody dancing together. And I'm like, oh, he's doing his thing. Because my favorite one in the short time that has been on here is the news guy that has be doing all the dances with everybody all over the world.
The
Like,
weather anchor.
Yes. And I'm like, this white man can move.
And he's cool.
He is so cool.
He's cool.
And I got to give him a shout out because he was in Grenada. And he was definitely dancing with the Grenadians.
He was. Go ahead.
So I just feel like it's a good place for me. It makes me feel light and I'm always laughing and it feels good. It's a little different vibe from Instagram.
It is, because Instagram, you have to be politically correct. You have to make sure that the apostrophe I is followed after the T.
Right.
Like, you got to make sure that
The
you're,
what now?
like, shut up. Shut up.
And the algorithm also.
Yes, it's like, it's so
It's holding us
much
back.
work
Well,
to be on
Careful
Instagram.
now, because that's where we're going.
That's where everybody going back.
Right, that's going to be me. Hey.
Hey, big head.
How you doing? Like, I don't want to go back because, like, to mention what you said, my mom is on TikTok now, and at 3 a.m.
Yep.
in the morning,
Right.
I hear her cackling, and when I open up TikTok, I have 25 messages, all from my mom sending me the videos.
She definitely followed me.
Right, and she's
was
about to
like-
start sending you videos. I'm telling you right now. I think Mike B will like this, and I know she's gonna send it to you. So be on the lookout.
Yeah, I think I have some from your mom already.
Right.
I do.
So it's a place where people like, it's so many different sides, like we were saying earlier, to TikTok, where you're on the funnier side,
Yep.
I'm on another side, you're on
She's on
clean
the-
talk side. Like
Yeah.
it gives you the opportunity to see and learn different things. And like you said, they don't want us to know.
No, they don't want us to have the information.
They don't.
And I think it has allowed a lot of people to just grow their business, grow their platform so much faster.
And then
than-
they get paid on TikTok
and
too.
then you get paid. And we want the extra coins.
Yeah, they're saying it'll impact like 7 million businesses. something
7
like
million. Can we talk about 7 million? That's
So they
and I
say.
would love to know the statistics on whose big businesses are impacted the most.
But I feel like it's going to hit the influencers a lot.
Well, small business.
Yeah, it's
Right.
going to hit the influencers. And a lot of influencers,
They be getting they power to.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
maybe
so-
you just on that side of the TikTok.
maybe, but a lot of them are power to the people. So when we have them doing their thing and making all these monies and then trying to find different ways to branch off so that they could
So that they
diversify
don't
their
have to work
portfolio.
9 to 5.
There you go.
Right.
That's not an option
on
anymore.
the slave ship.
They don't want that. Kanye talked about the slave shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's all
gosh,
it
here
is.
you
It's
go.
putting us back. It's setting us back.
What happened? Well, I
What?
can't talk about Ye. I actually like Ye, and I'm
didn't
going to
say
say it.
nothing.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say nothing.
I like Ye,
said, here
too.
we go.
I mean, sometimes I'm like, all right. Now, did you
I
guys
think
see
so.
what happened with him previously
Comments.
with Kai Sen?
No, I did not.
Okay, so Kai Sen, you guys know who he is, right? He's a trending, like he's
Oh,
on
yes,
Twitch.
yes.
He's like trending.
Yes,
He had
he
the
has the
14th
celebrities coming
Street-
through
Yes,
playing the
spending
video
night
games.
doing it. Yes,
Yes.
so he's big.
How
So
old is he, by the way?
I don't know. Might be. Can we find out how old Kai Sen is?
Yeah, he's
young. He's young.
and he's in his basement, right?
Well, I think he's in an influencer house.
Okay, well he's
He might be in an influencer house
I
or
hope you're
somewhere.
saying his name right.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. We are
He's
here.
22 though.
We are here to learn.
22.
So if I'm wrong, you can correct me. I don't have no problem
What are
with
you about to say,
constructive
though?
criticism. No, I'm asking, like, okay, so earlier on they had a situation where he was on live and he got a PR package, I believe, from Kanye.
Yes.
And he tried on the pants, and we all know Kanye's look recently is very homeless chic, like real big, like it's very baggy. So he's sending these things out. So God said, put the pants on, and he was like, "Yeah, the pants don't fit. They don't fit," and they didn't. He was like, "You sent the extra large, and not like a extra small."
Right.
So Ye now slides in his DM and is like,
"Don't say nothing bad about my clothes."
There you go.
Saw that.
There you go. And then he had his manager call him, and they had a whole debate. And I'm just like,
well, when you're
this is when I be getting mad at Ye, because leave him alone. Leave him alone.
He sent him the package for a reason.
Right. He sent it for a reason, but you didn't even send the right size.
Right. I guess.
And then you mad because he's saying the truth. No. And then you got the enablers around him that's like, you know what, you might be right. Yeah, no.
But moving along.
We're going to go ahead and doobie this up because we don't want the drama. But we're going to move on to Tangle Tales, y'all.
No, we're going to move on to Salon Etiquette 101 because we still at the top of the show. So in this segment, we are going to get you all the way together and giving you the do's and the don'ts in the industry. And so this week, we want to touch on appointment etiquette. Mm-hmm. Yes. So,
so I got a story, y'all.
Yes.
And this time I can tell it.
Yes.
Well, Jaleesa's story time. Get ready, everyone.
Well, what is it? The one with the makeup artist?
The makeup artist. Yes,
because we do like to support all of our Black-owned small businesses. So we definitely book services with our independent makeup artists, stylists, just so that we can bring,
awareness to the brand, to everything. We're trying to help everybody.
Right. So that's the goal. But sometimes they fall short, and then it allows us to have something to talk about.
Guys, you have to remember, you know what my mom used to always say to me growing up? I feel like somebody's always watching. Someone's always watching you. So whether that is the person that you have met down the street or whether that's a big executive, somebody is always watching you.
That's
so
very true.
You have to be on your Zoom all the time.
Well, that is, I feel like, an old school kind of way of thinking about things, right? Because you say your mama said it.
Yeah.
So I don't think anyone really is caring too much of what it is that they look like. They're just doing what they're doing, because why
are you running a business? Why do you call yourself a business owner? You have a business. If you're not
following the tools and the business ways.
Just the basics.
Yeah, yes, because that is the way it's supposed to be. But I mean, we are living in an era where things are just happening. People are just doing, and it's just happening, and they're making money. Right.
Tell a story, because I feel like we're chit-chatting, and I'm sure they like, well, what happened? What's tea?
So she books a makeup appointment, and she goes online. You look at the work. Did you like the work? You did. I did.
I was like, this is somebody I think that.
But did you at any point realize that there was no address?
No.
Okay, so there was no address, and when you went to book the appointment, you didn't receive any address or confirmation.
No. Now, before you continue, most of the people who are independent business owners, they'll send you the address after. So it's never like on their page.
But again,
they'll say, I'm located in Brooklyn.
But that's a problem. That's a problem from the gate. Because if you are an established business, then why are you hiding where you located?
Because they in their kitchen.
Right. They
don't want you running up in their
because
house.
Now that I'm looking at it, right?
Yes.
It says that she's located in Brooklyn, New York.
Yes. Red flag.
Hold on.
Red flag, right
away. She
away.
puts the zip code. I'm not going to say the zip code, but she puts that she's located in Brooklyn, New York, but I'm not going to say the zip code, but the zip code is there. So it gives you an idea. It gives you an area.
How many block zip codes from?
As to where you will be at.
Okay, that's not enough for me. So if I'm going to look for a service, a place to eat, a place to get my hair done, anything, I want to know where I'm going.
Correct.
I want to know it's like
how long it's going to take me to get there.
Yeah, because I got.
Is there parking?
Yes. So the fact that she didn't send you any confirmation along with the address, then you had to then follow up to be like, hey, I realized I didn't get this address. And she sends a
very
text.
politely. And I like to say word for word. Let me tell y'all what I said. Because I don't like to be like I'm lying or nothing
she
like
does
that.
This all the time.
Are
you one of the, is anybody else like that? Are you like that, Mike?
Absolutely.
You have to get the receipts, huh?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I have all
So
the
I
receipts.
said, hello, good evening. My apologies for the late message. I booked an appointment with you for tomorrow at blank AM. I booked the such and such. However, I never received a confirmation email with an address or location. Can you please provide me with that information? Thanks.
Sounds
great.
nice.
Yes.
Right.
For having to follow up yourself.
Right.
That sounds nice.
Right. Here's the response. Address will be sent 2 hours before your appointment. Your appointment time in your email provided. Are you traveling from far? Now, I'm going to tell y'all something, a little tidbit about me. My patience is sometimes very minimal, especially when I'm tired and it's late and how can I tell you if I'm traveling from afar if I don't even know where you're located? So I really had to take the time.
I didn't even think of that.
I had to take the time because I wrote so many things and erased it and then wrote something in and then erased that again. And then I text my friends and I'm like, what should I say to this? Because I don't know what to say.
Well, I think it's all your fault, friend. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't think I would have ever made that decision to book that appointment because I know I'm not the client for her. I know that if I can't see, if there's no number, was there a number?
There was a number. There's a number.
Okay.
There's a number. There's an email address, and there's an Instagram.
There was no address, so I
Yes.
don't know where I'm going, which always just makes sense to me that you, like Mike B said, you in your kitchen, and I don't feel comfortable seeing someone in their kitchen.
But a lot of the girlies don't have their address on their booking sites.
Okay.
A lot of them don't.
And I'm not the client for her.
Right. But however, who are you going to go to then? Because a lot of the makeup artists, a lot of the nail techs, a lot of the other people who are independent, they're not putting their address in there, but they're putting the area that they're located in. So where are you going to go?
I think you have to find them. They're there. They are there. There's salons, there's nail salons, there are suites, there are places that you can go to, establishments. You just have to look.
I just have to ask you, have you ever been to these places that you were making up?
Did you just try to throw me under the bus?
I need to know.
Well,
I need to know. Have you?
I have not.
There you go, guys.
But that's because we're not searching far and wide. Okay.
I can't agree with you because
Okay.
I
Well,
sat
my
on the
makeup
TikTok for at least an hour scouring through people. No, that's not me. Oh yeah, this is nice. Let me see where she's at. Oh, she don't even got her link in her bio. I got to DM her the book. Jesus Christ, I don't want to deal with that. Like
That's me.
Thoroughly
definitely me.
scan these people. And when I see a page that looks a certain way that mimics previous artists that I've been to, I'm going to automatically assume that for her protection, for her privacy, she's not putting her address. She or he's not putting their address out there. So you can't say that. Now, if you're a salon.
Yes, it's a little different for you, I guess.
A little different.
Okay. Well, I would say that makeup artists and nail tech should be in salons then.
I don't disagree.
It's the same.
I don't disagree.
It falls under the same category, so maybe
disagree.
they should be in those spaces.
Yes,
so
but according to the girls, who's going to work for some toxic person who doesn't know how to manage? Like, what happens then?
Okay, well, that's why we're here, and we're gonna talk about the things. We're gonna discuss the things. We're gonna work through the things together, you know?
As we all should.
Right, because this is all about community, about community and all about learning and just giving feedback. And we're going to get a lot of feedback because we got some already.
Yes.
And I want to say thank you guys for listening, joining in, communicating with us. I really, really do appreciate it.
Even the bad ones. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it.
And we
Even
have
the
to
bad
celebrate
ones.
we have 100 downloads, friend.
And
over 100.
Over 100 at this point.
And that is
including the ones that's listening right Yeah.
Right. And that is beautiful. Just coming out the gate and starting something new, fresh. You know, podcasting obviously has been around, but to talk about these topics and to talk about this industry in specific, it doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't.
And so, yes, I think that this is all great for me, great for you, friend, and I'm proud of you.
Me too.
So
I'm proud of you too.
We doing it, but we have to do what. But in business, we have to do things right.
Right.
And I do believe that there is just a guideline of things that you have to follow.
Yeah.
And having your business
and the don'ts.
Having your business listed, your location listed is one of them.
Yes.
Because now what happened? You booked the appointment, friend, and what happened?
And I canceled.
Right.
Because I politely told her.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So you guys, Mike B didn't get the rest of this tea. So it's like in real time, she's experiencing this with you guys as well, too. So my response to her was, we're both located in the Brooklyn area. We wanted to kind of get the address just to figure out our travel time, as well as it being, just getting there on time and finding parking. So after an hour, the address was sent. Now, friend, what you did? Because you're not just going to make it all on me. What you did?
What did I do?
Yes.
I told you we canceling because of the
she
location.
Researched the address.
Right, I researched the address and I saw that it wasn't.
She saw it wasn't in a space where we would be comfortable at. So I then responded to her and said, "Hi there. Sorry again for the late message, as well as just contacting you in general. I know that it's late. I just wanted to inform you that I'll be canceling my appointment tomorrow morning. I was under the impression that you may have been located in a suite or a salon, but upon further observation and past experiences, I don't think that I would feel comfortable coming into someone's home and receiving a service. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening."
That was so nice. That was a good one.
Her response was no problem, and that I do have a suite. However, I won't be there until the following month, but thank you for booking with me. We then went on to, I said, "Oh, well, you're giving me options now."
Yeah.
Now you're like, okay, I have options. I can do something else. So I opted into having her come to a space that may be closer to her. If there's a traveling fee, that's perfectly fine. We'll just move forward with it. She said, "Sorry, this is where I'm located and this is where I'll be doing my services until I moved into my suite. I have other clients tomorrow and I cannot travel. Your deposit is not refundable." I said, "Okay, understood."
That's it.
That was it.
And the fact that she just got away with robbing you for $30+ is insane. And, I had to think about it. And I'm like, I wonder how many times does that actually happen?
A lot.
Right. So lunch on you, friend. Because she just got away with not providing a service and being able to keep your deposit based off of her policy. But
the gag is that I went ahead and booked that on my credit card. So I'm not even going to argue with you about getting my money back because I'm going to the bank and I'm getting it back.
Okay. Well, I mean, she did have a policy in place, friend. So I don't know if that's the okay.
What policy?
The policy that said that your money is non-refundable.
Yes.
It's refundable if you book and if you cancel in the same day.
Yes, however, it doesn't state that you're located in your home.
Well, that's because you missed that in your research. So
what research?
Your research. You said you was on TikTok for about an hour.
Right. And again, like I keep saying, all of these people are saying that they're located in this place.
Okay.
After you book, they send a confirmation email that says, "Here's your receipt."
So what we going to do now? We going to put it, listen, PSA. If you are a makeup artist and you are
nail tech, lash artist,
yes, and you
providing a service
in a space that is located in a space that is not your home, just hit us up. Let us know where you at so we can come out and support, because that's what we would love to do.
Absolutely, and showcase your work. However, for the ones that are home,
yes,
you have to let us know that.
Yes.
You have to give the client the option and the opportunity to say, "This is not what I want," because they have been previous experiences where people have been assaulted in homes, pepper spray, all these kind of things. And some people are just not comfortable with being in your home.
It's giving scammy, because I don't think that there should be a point that you don't already understand that or know that. But again, I'm speaking from just a business standpoint. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm selling something over here, but I'm not going to give them the address until they ask, because I know they're not going to come or not feel comfortable coming.
And then
here.
I'm going to cancel. Then they're going to cancel, and then I'm going to keep the deposit.
Right. So it's giving.
So it's giving almost like on purpose. It probably happens so often with that particular person, because, like, for me, I'm not going to anybody's house. You might be amazing, because I've like been looking for a braider and all kind of stuff right now, and there's so many dope people in the house, but I'm not going.
Right.
So,
but at least it's upfront that it's in the house.
Yes.
Like, it shows me it's, you know, I'm in my home. That's fine. It could look professional and great, but it's not for me. So,
and then,
you know, you
and
need
there's
to
a
let
polite
people
way
know.
to say it. You could say, I'm a home-based stylist.
Yes.
And I can respect that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not your client then.
Yeah, but I also think that being in the house, I was a home stylist at one point.
At one point,
I did. Like, in my earlier career, I remember my house. My dad like built me a whole space in the basement.
Salon, yeah.
I had a sink, I had a mirror, I had a chair, and it was beautiful.
And a waiting area.
And it was beautiful. So I can't really knock the fact that someone's in their home, because I understand it, and I couldn't afford anybody's booth rent at that time. So I was like, all right, what I'm gonna do? You know, I didn't have an option of working in a salon that offered commission or being a part of a family either, because that wasn't even established really back in the day in our culture. So like, it was more of the Caucasian salons that had that set up. But for me to learn what I needed to learn to provide the services for the people that I wanted to provide it for, they didn't exist. So now it only forced me to go and be independent in my home. But obviously I was operating in a professional way. Right. And you know, it was
and you didn't hide the address.
Right. I didn't hide the address. But I didn't even have a website at that point.
You didn't, but
that wasn't the era at that time.
It wasn't the era.
It wasn't the era. When somebody called you and they wanted, you told them where you were located.
I did.
And you let them know, I'm here.
I'm home.
I'm home base. Yeah.
Right. And then you gave them the opportunity to say, I want to come, or I'm going to go to the salon.
Well, see, they were always coming because they knew that they wanted.
Because you had a certain level of service, experience, as well as you made sure that they walked out of that basement looking like the shiznai.
And so we can't knock it to say.
And I never said I'm knocking it.
Yeah. So we're just giving some advice.
You have to give the option.
Yes. Right.
You have to give the option. You got to let me know in advance, because every client
is not going to be okay with it.
The end.
The end.
The end.
So setting appointments, definitely you have to let the clients know where you are, and you have to give the expectations so that way they know whether or not they want to come. And I think that's a great tea.
That's the tea.
That's the tea. So as we doobie this up, we are going to go into Tangle Tales, where we detangle the mess.
I was tangled earlier.
Yes. We'll be reading and sharing some of the craziest reviews, personal social media stories, and giving our feedback on the tea. And so as we end Women's Month, we would like to talk a bit about how important our hair is, specifically to Black women. Our hair is a sense of pride. It allows us to tell our story, and is something very unique in our culture. And recently, West Virginia lawmakers rejected passage of the Crown Act, a law that bans race-based hair discrimination. Wow. 2024.
As
right?
you like to say.
2024. I always want to use that reference to say we're moving, we're elevated, we're getting to the next level. And here we are.
Not doing any of that.
Backwards to say that we are here in this era where we are discriminated based on our hair texture.
Or styles.
I know what that personally feels like. So I'm feeling like, and I'm sitting here and I'm quiet, but I just feel like
I know. This is a little heavy for friends.
It is. It is, because it's been happening for so long that it's just like, okay, Anne, like, it's been happening. What's like, what are we going to do to change it?
Well, it's been happening, and we want to change it. That's why this is a topic, because they voted against it.
So, Mike B, can you tell us what the Crown Law Act is, so that people who aren't aware, they know what it is?
Well, yeah, she mentioned that it's just a law that bans race-based hair discrimination. So if you hear these stories about there have been like teenagers that have been expelled from school because they have locks, there are people that can't get jobs because they want you to look a certain way, which is like straight hair, not kinky, or not afros, not braids, not, you know, they want you to conform to a certain,
That's
all our styles.
Right.
They want you to conform to a certain look. And so this law was supposed to make that discriminatory, make it illegal, that if people did that, you can face charges, you can face litigation. And West Virginia said, nah, we like it this way.
And wait, we shouldn't even be laughing at that, because that's seriously some craziness to me. But I can always have I have so many stories about so many clients that sit in my chair
till this day,
and they will have reservation on doing something, color, cut, style, whatever it is, because of their workplace.
Put a finger down if you're a victim of that.
My fingers down, you guys can't see me.
Oh, my fingers are down.
And I've never experienced that, because I've always been
the trailblazer.
I've always been the trailblazer, the entrepreneur, because I don't do well with things that are unfair. And I tell my story all the time when I was in corporate America and I got fired for insubordination.
And she wasn't even being insubordinate.
I was like, no, you're not going to tell me to do something.
You want to tell people the story? Because they need context.
I used to work at a cell phone company, and I had a manager, and he was, he was just he wasn't a nice person. So I remember the phones had to be erased before every opening of the store, so there were no contacts, no anything in the phone for other customers to see. So that was a big deal because no one was following through. So he came up with the plan. He was like, anybody who opens the store has to erase the things in the phone. So I remember I opened with him. I came in after him, and he asked me to do it. And he was like, go erase the phones, go erase the thing. And I looked at him and I said, absolutely not. That's your job. I'm not, we just had a whole meeting. You just laid down the law, and now you breaking them? As soon as it comes out of your mouth, you're breaking. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing. He said, so are you telling me no?
Yes.
I said, yeah. And he's like, okay, you can go home. And I said, deuces.
Oh my gosh, and that was your last corporate job.
In my mind, I'm like, why am I even here? I'm a hairstylist, got 30-inch weave down my back. I'm like, this is not even for me. I shouldn't even be here. This is a sign. And I just went and tra-la-la'd on the train, went home, and I did not feel any way about it. So to say, I'm just saying, like, I don't do well with those things that happen in corporate America. Like, I'm all about fairness. And I always say I would have been a dead slave. I would have been a dead slave. Like, I cannot deal with it. It's something inside of me. And then I always look at my daughter and I'm like, why is she like this? Yeah, she her mama child.
Yeah.
So I know that when clients sit in my chair and they always talk to me about feeling uncomfortable about revealing themselves or part of themselves, I'm like, this is not okay.
Because you get
but
it,
I get it. And then the conversations that they have with me about, other races not understanding their hair or wanting to touch their hair and not knowing how we got to this point with their hair. And I'm like, girl, how are we still asking these questions when there's a whole world, a whole internet and everyone's on it?
I'm the complete. I don't want to say I'm the opposite, but I am the sore thumb that sticks out in corporate America. But I'm going to know all the things that's going to protect me so I could do whatever I want to do. Like, I will be viva. Like, I'm always. Girl, you're supposed to have your scarf on. Yeah, but it's hot. And in the section book, 0.798, it says, I can keep my scarf off if I'm hot. Would you like to see it? And now you mad because you didn't know about section 7.8 and now you hot. So you're trying to figure out some kind of way to get to me, but you can't. Joke's on you.
See, she has the time for that.
Yes, but it thrills me to prove you wrong because, like, how you higher than me and you don't even know your. Y'all know what I'm going to say.
Not on your Zoom.
You are not on your Zoom.
Nope.
But there's been instances where I have had discrimination. I've seen
based on your hair?
Based on my hair. The whole reason why I have my other job is because the interviewer did a phone interview with me.
Oh, yes.
And she did not know that this black girl was about to show up at this interview. They called my name and I stood up and I said, yes, that's me. And she goes, no. She says my last name, and my last name is French. And I was like, yes, that's me. She says, oh, I was looking for someone completely different. I said,
and the fact that she said that out loud.
I said, that happens
The
a lot
fact that
to
that
me.
also happened to me. We're not gonna say my name, but my name is not, I guess.
It's a traditional
It's
Caucasian name.
Somewhat,
come on.
right? Yeah, I guess. And yeah, that exact thing has happened to me.
Yep.
They have called my name,
And you get up.
and I got up, and they were like, "No,
No.
and then repeats the name like that's my name.
That's me. and then I responded with, it happens a lot, but I am such and such. She's like, oh, okay, well, let's continue. Now you're going to give me this job.
Right. And you're going to get the real Jaleesa, okay?
Right.
Right. And this is the problem now.
The mask.
So have you been discriminated against specifically for your hair?
Yeah. I was at work and there was a woman who had the same kind of afro as me, only her hair texture was a little bit softer. And
What was her nationality?
She was Latina.
Okay.
And the supervisor, who was also Latino, worked over to me and said, you got to go in the bathroom and go fix your hair. This is the beginning of my afro stages. So
this is when she trying to figure out how she gonna tame
how
this.
I'm gonna tame it,
how she
I'm
gonna
gonna
get the curls to look curly,
to look like something.
And
And
I'm sure a lot of people can relate.
I went in the bathroom and I boo-hooed. And I cried. I was so mad because I didn't, like, normally I'm really witty. I have a comeback, but I was insecure about this because I was like, maybe it really does look bad. So I'm in the bathroom with water trying to fix it. And it's just.
The water ain't gonna help it. Sorry.
I looked at the mirror and I was like, you go out there and you tell him what it is. Okay?
Not a pep talk.
Yeah, I had to give myself a pep talk because if I didn't, I would have sat there in solace and been upset. No, like that's not my personality. So I went out there and I was like, hey, would you have said that to this employee if her hair looks exactly like mine? And he was like, but it doesn't.
Oh no.
And I was like, but it does because we both have curly hair. So what's the difference between my hair and her hair? And he was like, I don't have time for this. And I was like, well, you know what? I think that the HR office will be able to hear my concerns. And I tra-la-la myself on down. And he came right after me 20 minutes later. And we both sat there and we both talked about it. And luckily for me, I was grateful. The woman who I was talking to, the HR lady, she was Black.
Oh, wow.
And she understood because she had her fro and it was blonde and she had it pulled back. It was so dope. And I was like, yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
Get him.
Get him. And she got him all the way together.
Well, that is so sad. And I feel so bad for us as people because I don't think that's somewhere we should be in this day and age. Like, I know that growing up, I feel like, honestly, I'm a part of the era of us figuring it out.
Yep.
You know, we were into relaxers when I first came into the industry, and relaxers have been a part of my life forever. And
same.
I get a lot of clients who sit in my chair and they like, I never knew what my hair looked like. I never knew what my texture looked like. I never knew until I grew out my relaxer. And now I'm at this point where I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I think that this is it's a beautiful space for me to be in, to have seen the growth and everything happening before my eyes, and Black women accepting their hair. But when you have to already talk to yourself in the mirror about it, and then you have someone looking at you like, girl, what is going on with your hair? I can see how that can be very, very much making someone feel insecure.
And then me already having thick, long hair. Then I got to deal with that stigma. Your hair's long. You got to pay extra $100. Like, it's not my fault.
Right.
Like, can I just get my, and then you got an attitude because my hair is coarse.
Yes. So I don't know how do we deal with this?
How do we detangle the mess?
Yes. How do we detangle this mess?
I think it starts with awareness. It starts with being aware. First of all, you cannot.
Well, we are aware. That's why it was brought to them in 2019. This is the other day.
That's true.
This is the other day. We fighting for
you just
our
gotta
lives.
fight for your rights.
Yeah,
That's
we fighting for our rights.
It's
We gotta
boiling down
band
to
together like the trolls.
Oh man. Because we got to band together. It has to be that because it's like, even if there was nobody that I'd never told that story to anybody, by the way, like now the masses know, but it's like,
now we all know she's a crybaby.
I am, but I never had anybody to talk to about this, and I never even thought that anybody else was also going through this.
Yes.
Like, yes, you're right, there is awareness, but it's like, what happens next? Like, how do we fight for it? We're trying to pass laws, we're trying to do bills, we're trying to do things to assist us in doing this, but it's just still not working. So, you know what? Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, help us.
Yes.
What do you guys think? What do you think we can do to
reach the masses?
To reach the masses.
And, well, not the masses, but the other people.
Yeah, like how can we make it safe for us to be able to display ourselves?
And I think because it said through ages K through 12.
That's crazy. That's your nurturing years.
My child
not being able to wear her afro, not be able to wear her curl.
How would you feel, Mike B, if your daughter came home and said, Mom, somebody said something around my hair?
First of all, my child's getting suspended.
Right. She is.
Because she's going to stand up for her rights.
She is.
I love it. I love it. So that is something that we can do. We have to teach our children.
That there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that there's nothing wrong with it. That this is not okay.
Good job, Mom. Because I didn't get a perm until I was 18. She had me in them Alicia Keys braids forever. And she was like, no relaxer.
But did you know the reason behind it?
No, I didn't. Okay. I just thought she was being a hater.
Right.
Oh my God. I was just like,
all the while she was retaining your length.
Exactly.
Sitting with that hot comb on that stove and pressing my hair.
Us recovering relaxer girls are balding now.
We bald, right?
We are balding from traction alopecia, girl, because we have scarring and those chemicals burned our brains.
Yep. Straight through the
shout out to your mom.
Shout out to mom. Right?
But y'all smart though.
But I had a Jerry curl. I had a relaxer. So
I had all the things.
And I remember feeling like that moment was like a celebration, like graduation. Like when I got to that age and my mother was like, you could get it. And I got my little just for me. I remember my aunt did it in her kitchen because she was in cosmetology school at the time. And she took me and my cousin and we got our little just for me. And I felt so happy to have straight hair. And I talked to my
sad in hindsight?
so sad.
Yeah. Y'all want to know what the gag is?
What's the gag?
You know the models that they had on the boxes?
Yes.
They all had silk presses. And it's now coming out.
But,
oh wow, they didn't use the product?
They did not.
But
olive oil girly?
That's not the only gag. The real big gag for me is Brandy having a lace front wig when I sat 12 hours in the hair salon getting them little micro braids.
I didn't know that. I still didn't know that.
Now that's a gag. But just to say, like, just feeling that having straighter hair as a kid, that's why whenever my daughter, she on this little Roblox and she dressing up her little avatar and she making the avatar lighter and she making the avatar, girl.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Your hair is like you have to reinforce these things because society around us
this is
and,
deep,
and what we see on TV doesn't always show us, so we don't think that we are
that
girl.
The standard
so
of beauty.
I have to always instill in her, like, girl, you got to make that a little darker. You better, why she got blonde hair? Change her hair black. Give her the fro. You know,
give her the braids.
Yeah. So it's all about instilling it in us because it's not coming from anywhere else.
And I'm thankful for TikTok, to be honest, because TikTok really has like taught me how to embrace myself, to know that other people are going through the same things struggles that I'm going through, and really just like honing in on, girl, you really made that wig look like your scalp. How you do that?
Yes.
Witchery.
How do you protect your hair under that?
Yes. So it's like I'm seeing it in front of me. I'm seeing what the representation is, and representation matters.
It does.
It matters because had we not been in that era of trying to figure it out ourselves, maybe I wouldn't have to have that pet talk with myself in the mirror. Because I would have known.
Maybe we wouldn't have scarring alopecia now.
Big age.
At your grown age, like, I can do this.
I can do this. And I know I'm not the only one that has had that pep talk with themselves in the workplace. Like, there are people recording themselves crying in the bathrooms at their workplaces and then coming out and being like, hi guys,
Yeah. And that's what we do as a culture of a people.
Right, as a people. We got to change it. We got to change it. This was deep, y'all.
I know.
I really did enjoy it, though.
So how do we stay out of that mess,
So how do we stay out of the mess? So in this segment, Standing on Business, we are chatting about structures, systems, and the tools you need to make you successful in the salon industry. So in keeping with thinking about discrimination, we want to be sure that we aren't discriminating against our own clients. Ooh, that's a deep one. Because I can see it now. Like,
y'all know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, can you come with your hair blow dried?
Yeah, we spoke a little bit about it on previous episodes in which people were told they had too much hair, certain types of hair. So, yeah.
So have you ever experienced that, Mike B, where you've been told or you felt insecure?
Absolutely.
Wow. And walking into a salon.
And having, I remember going into a specific salon and them saying, they had to find a specific person to do my hair because there was only one person on staff that knew how to do 4C hair. And then even that person was like, And I'm sure they mixed my shampoo with relaxer. Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness.
What about you, Sha?
I never had that. I never had those. I think I've just always been in the right spaces. I've never had anybody discriminate me on my hair. It always looked good. Like, I was born for this.
Right. So. You were doing your hair. That's what you saying?
Oh yeah, girl. Every morning with that curling iron, I was like, 1, 2. I would count 30 seconds each curl, not even realizing you frying your hair, sis.
Every single part of your hair.
I was blowing every day, every single day, every day. So I did my hair a lot growing up because that was my thing. So I was so invested. I remember I took a hot comb to the stove and I was pressing my hair, and that hair ended up on the other side of the pressing comb. And my mother said, "See, because you're always in your hair. You're always in your hair." And I had a patch for a little while. It grew back, but I've never been in that space where I've been discriminated. So I just feel for you guys in that case.
How can we make sure that other business owners are not doing this?
I can speak to that.
Please do. With these crazy policies and these things.
Well, education.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm in my business, I'm very much heavy on training. I do believe that each one teach one. So we have to train the staff. Like if you see somebody or your coworker is failing,
struggling,
you gotta pull them to the side. Like let's send some videos, share the tea. Let's talk about how we got here. Like we need to be educating each other.
You know what I think too? Sometimes people forget that they also started from the beginning.
You're right.
Like I think when you're just a pro at it and you're just doing it and you're in it, sometimes they forget the teach one part.
I guess, or they just want to hold all the information for themselves because they want to be the best.
That too.
Yeah,
but you can't be the best if you're the only person that knows it. Because what happens when you start to fumble? What happens when you start to make accidents? Who's gonna help you?
Nobody ain't gonna catch it because they the best. So
how many times have you seen the best fall? Even Beyonce. And she's the best.
You're right.
How many she's fallen not once but twice?
I think education is the only way to go because there are so many different textures and you can't do the same things that you can do on a 4C with a 3B or A and a C. I don't even know these real lingos because that's all made up anyway. Because I come from coarse, medium coarse, and soft. Like it's fine here. Like those are the real terms, but you can't do the same processes on the same people. Everything is different. So you got to educate yourself. And there's YouTube University.
Okay, but let's say we talking about the people that's out there in the salons and in the space right now. Like somebody walks in with a thick head full butt length hair, natural hair.
Okay.
What's the first thing that the stylist does in today's world?
Oh, they sigh. They sigh.
Right.
But for me, it's all about passion, right?
More energy, more passion. We need more energy, more passion.
Right, because I would be excited. I would be like,
now I'm not going to have you sit up here and lie. Do not sit up here and lie.
Jaleesa, I would be so excited. I have been excited. She don't know. She don't know.
Every time it's time to do my hair, guys.
Well, she's a different. We're not talking about you. You a special case.
Okay,
She's also tender-headed. Like, who has time for that? Like, like every little. I'm not even touching you, sis. But if someone else walked in the door that was not, I get excited because I'd be like.
But what's the excitement?
The excitement is knowing that I'm about to use all my skill to its full potential. So it's exciting for me because not every day you get to do that. Because, I'm in my mind, I'm like, all right, she has a lot of hair, so I know she's probably used to the tugging and the pulling and the ouch and I know that she's not going to experience any of that at the sink with me or in my chair. So I know that I'm excited for her to be excited.
So you're saying what it takes in order to detangle the hair, in order to use
the
your
mess.
skill, it's right. Detangle the mess.
The stand-on business.
It's education.
Education. Yes,
they have to know. And how do they know how to do that? Because I know your mantra is, a good silk press starts at the sink.
Well,
that's your mantra.
Yes, it does. It starts at the sink, but most importantly, it starts with that blow dry. So,
that's after though.
Yeah,
but get there yet.
The wash, you're right. The wash has to be right because when you wash the hair, I feel like with a lot of coarse hair, thick hair, that middle be just
shampooing.
It just don't be. You open up that hair, it's like, okay, seriously, back to the bowl. But so it does start there, having clean hair. But that blow dry is really what's going to seal the deal and take you to the next level.
Understood.
Because it's not gonna, it's a real easy process after that.
So it's really about educating and training your staff or yourself, if you're independent, on how to work with this hair, so that when they walk in, you're not sighing.
Yeah.
So that they don't feel discriminated against. So you're not telling them, could you go to get your hair blow dried somewhere else first?
Right. Or could you maybe come already silk pressed and then we could do the ponytail?
Well, yeah, but also for salon owners, you can having policies in place, talking with their staff about these issues and these times when, they feel overwhelmed in that moment. Like, what's the reason behind it? Like, why are you sighing? Like, why are you not excited?
Because you got a lot of hair.
But so what? This is what we here to do. We here to do the hair.
Right.
So it's like, it's supposed to be an excitement, but that comes with passion. So if you're not passionate about it, because we've said that before, then I could see where the exhaustion comes in and the sighing comes in when that person walks through the door. But for me, I'm excited. I always want to do someone's hair. I mean, not now all the time because I'm a little older. And I got a little shoulder and back issues. So that's why Jaleesa's looking at me like, girl, stop lying.
Right.
But if I have a day and I know my day and I see it mapped out and this client walks through the door, I'm definitely going to take her
with a smile on
my face.
What I have observed about you is the ending result. You always get so happy when it gets to the end because the client's responses are always the same. Oh my goodness, I've never looked. Oh my God. It's like a ray of sunshine. It's like a proud mom. Like, yeah, I did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've been watching it for so long and it's always the same response.
But I also love to teach that to the staff, and I like to teach the people so that way they can experience the same end result, so that the clients come back, because it's all about keeping your clients happy. So we just have to have those policies in place, those discussions, those trainings, anything that you can do to help you, educate yourself in this industry.
And then it becomes muscle memory.
Yes.
It becomes the same thing. It's like you're doing it over and over, and if I follow these steps, there's no way that I can mess this up.
And even consultations.
Yes, definitely. Talking to the client about what they need.
And what they want, and what's realistic based on
another
their
big thing.
Hair type.
Yeah. Well, that's a whole nother segment to talk about realistic, the expectations followed when you walk into a salon. Clients' expectations sometimes don't meet the stylist or what they can provide because of what they're seeing. So they'll walk in and be like, I want this. And it's like, girl, there's a filter on that.
I want this, girl.
And she is. And I'll be like, girl.
It's a whole filter. Let's start there.
Yeah, let's start there.
I can't get that color if it's a whole filter. Or I need to see where's the original. And I'd be like, I don't know, girl. I just found this on Instagram.
So yes, having the consultations with the client so that way you are educating yourself on what they do for a living, how many times they work out, what is their regimen, like how often do they wash their hair, so that way you know the best way to go about handling them.
That was a good answer, friend.
That was good.
That was really good.
Because we can't be fighting discrimination outside and discriminating within our own
Right.
salons.
Thank you, Mike B.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Right. It's only one fight. One fight.
That's it. I can't do multiple rounds.
Right. So now we are going to speak on everyone wants to walk away with 100%, but why really? Because the math is never mathing. 100% is not realistic, but we know some ways to get you close as possible. So get your pens out, girls.
Because we are taking you to school.
So what are we talking about
So
here?
recently, it seems like there are more and more celebrities who are jumping on the bandwagon in the hair industry through hair care products with representation from Black hair that has increased tremendously since we were kids. I personally never would have thought that so many celebrities would be breaking into the industry. That's just my general opinion. But how many local salon owners do you know that offer products outside of
The service.
their
in the
services?
salon.
So I don't know many. I know a lot.
I know
of
as much as you know.
But that is a really, really hard place. So when the celebrities do it, it kind of, for me, I'm like, what y'all doing here? What y'all doing on this side?
Y'all don't even go here.
You don't even go here. Gosh. So like you're a whole actress, a whole singer. Like why you want to tap into this industry when I can't even sell a product successfully?
Well, speaking of products, here we have the official So Brooklyn flat iron straightener.
I cannot with the ad. I love it. Okay, Anna.
It goes up to how much temperature? Oh, it goes up to 480 degrees Fahrenheit. It has a one auto shut off. So you know the girlies that leave it plugged in, it's going to shut off on its own. It has a negative ion technology and a vibration splint design. So it vibrates in your hand and kind of give you a little massage.
It's a 2-for-1, guys.
It is. Woo!
What the other show say? Pause.
Did y'all see? When y'all seen a white
I love
flat
this.
iron?
And this is how you know
Let me get the ASMR going.
she's so crazy.
Girl.
So
Yeah, how can people
how can
they get to this? How can they get to
I think it's
introducing
just like
products?
anything else. Like if you have people who believe in you and what you're doing, it's easier to because in the salon industry, like product sales are supposed to cover like a big portion of what you take in monthly overhead. So not being able to have that part of this in our culture in the Black salons does make it a little difficult.
I think that
They trust you, though.
right.
Yeah.
So the moment that you, as the professional, starts to talk about it and they mention it or like, "Ooh, this feels good," right?
Yeah.
Like it attract. Like you're gonna be like, "Ooh, yeah." Especially if I got the girls who got hair care problems, they be buying everything.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Rosemary, coconut,
Absolutely.
everything.
All the traction alopecia relaxer girls.
Yeah.
They are rosemarying it up.
Right. So I think it's more of like
How you
brand
sell it.
awareness.
Yes, brand awareness
There is no
is a part
brand
of it.
awareness.
They could start by introducing products in the salon that they work in to
Yes,
their, to their clients.
They can, but
Or you could even like you know what I always wonder? Why is it that these local businesses are not going to the beauty supply store and shopping their items?
because they're not going to buy it.
You don't know that. There are a whole bunch of new beauty supply stores that are Black owned, that are this, that are that, that will be more than happy to showcase your product. If it works, I'm going to buy it.
And I'm already using it in my hair in your salon, so I'm more inclined to use
buy it.
because I've used it in my hair.
I think that's a whole nother episode, guys, because we can get
Well,
really
we're trying to
deep into
tell
that.
them how they could get to 100 by introducing these
first
products.
way, the first way is when you when you put your order in
Make sure you're on your Zoom.
WhatsApp, and they send you that
The template or the sample?
make sure you
The
double check
spelling.
the spelling. So because clearly I missed.
Which camera are we
Plié,
looking at? Can we
plié,
get somebody to zoom
plié.
in on this, please? Please.
Titanium plié. Okay, because you know
It's plate.
It's all right, but that's one way. Double checking and being very much on your Zoom by
So
checking
what type
that out.
of products should they start with?
I think that a hair oil is a good way to start. Shampoo, conditioner.
If you are a lash
Things that they can
artist,
upsell in there.
But
if
a
you're a
lot
lash
of times
artist,
it
the shampoo.
doesn't. A lot of times it doesn't translate because they're coming to the salon to do the service. So then why am I taking home these shampoos and conditioner? Because I'm not washing.
Right.
My
So
hair
what
at
is a
home.
good product that they
So
can
a hair
sell?
oil is a good way to start. I do believe that's get your ingredients, contact a chemist, see how you can go about doing business with someone who already does this, because I do that.
White
Shout out-
labeling.
Yes, white labeling. A shout out to Earth by Roro.
Yes.
She is definitely like one of my vendors I use that knows her product and knows the things that she's using. So I white label from her. And
Right.
that sometimes can be pricey. So it's a good way to start. And contacting or getting vendors from the other, China is a good place that sell inexpensive. Like I get hair. Like, just making sure you get your vendors together and creating a relationship with them.
I agree.
So products that can help with maintenance would be something that's good.
What,
So like
the hair?
an oil.
An oil is
Yeah.
good.
But
Bonnet,
then
things
also
like
if you're a
bonnets,
makeup
things
artist,
like flat irons.
yeah, flat irons, yes.
if you're a makeup artist, you could do lip gloss.
Yes.
Brushes.
You could do brushes.
Yes.
If you're a lash artist, you could do the shampoos.
That's
The
true.
lash shampoos so that you could clean your
So things
lashes.
that complement your business.
Your business. Yeah, you got to think outside of the box. And if you're already using the lipstick on all of the clients, they're going to want to buy it.
Oh, yeah. Somebody just said that Beyonce's makeup artist dropped a lipstick line. And,
That's great.
And because she always has the same kind of looking lip. So, and it's beautiful, but that made sense, you know? So you have to sell the things that you're using to your clients. And it's just about making them obvious, giving them the education on it. So like, I'll be like, this is a 480 titanium plie, and it's gonna get your hair straight with one pass. Yeah, do you got one at home, girl? And they'll be like, no, yes, but just making sure they can see that it works well.
Yes,
in front of them.
So introduce to them a product that helps with what you're already selling or helps with maintenance. It complements your business. And you said some ways to get it done is to work with people that are
vendors.
already,
People who are
that
already
are
doing
in
it.
that, like a chemist. You want to make sure that it's not anything that's going to harm anybody. You want to make sure that it's good ingredients if you're going to do an oil or something. And then with something like the flat iron, you said you work with different vendors to find out what's the best.
Yes, what's the best for our hair texture, and what's the best for whoever you're servicing. Yes.
Got it.
And then you create that relationship, and then you market it to your clientele.
Yeah, and then that gets you a little closer.
A little closer to 100%.
To 100%,
Yes,
y'all.
guys, it does.
I'm just ecstatic about this flat iron, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just so happy for my friend.
Oh, thank you.
She out here. I ain't
I'll
never
be
met
happy
somebody
when they
that got
don't say
their own
plié.
flat iron.
I know, and it's really good.
It's a
And
really-
it
I think
is
we all
really
use
good.
it,
Like no bullshit, y'all. Like not even joshing you. Like it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, she
Right.
did her research. She
I
stood
did
on
my-
business, and she was on her
she
Zoom.
on her Zoom.
Exactly, and a lot of people can, and I feel like I do see a lot of small businesses. They do offer hair
I have a
oils.
question.
What else? What?
If they needed help, could they ask you?
Of course.
There you guys go.
No
Of course.
gatekeeping.
We
No
don't gatekeep
gatekeeping
it.
over here, y'all.
Ask the questions in the comments, DM, and I'm okay with
No
with
problem
some
giving you the
invitation.
information.
Yeah, we are supposed to do that in our community, so that's why
Because
we're here.
as a people, we
have-
gonna do better.
We got to do better. Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all so much for listening.
And have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.
And thank you, Women's History Month.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you're
Yes.
closing out
Yes.
Women's History Month.
We
Yes.
are. Yes.
Okay, well, I guess you guys represented me with my nice little flat iron for Women's History Month. And I
Yes.
appreciate that.
Let's find out you was the
Oh,
last guest.
listeners, I also want you guys to know that after this episode, if you are interested in getting a discount code to do your hair at So Brooklyn, listen to these messages after our brief break. Bye.
Bye.